Have you ever felt like your day has gone completely off the rails? As English learners, understanding common idioms like this can really help improve your communication skills. Let me tell you a funny story about a time someone misunderstood this idiom. My friend Alex was running late for an important meeting, and he said, "Oh no, I'm completely off the rails." He then proceeded to frantically look around for the nearest train tracks, thinking he had somehow ended up on the wrong transportation. So, what does off the rails actually mean? It's a figurative expression that refers to a situation that has gone out of control or has strayed from its intended course. Let me show you how to use off the rails correctly. My boss was planning a big company event, but then the venue double booked and the catering fell through. Suddenly, the whole event was completely off the rails. Instead of frantically looking for train tracks, my boss quickly regrouped and found a new venue and caterer to get the event back on track. Here are some examples of how you can use off the rails in different contexts. In a casual conversation, my morning routine was completely off the rails today, and I'm running late for work. In a formal setting, the budget projections for the new project have gone off the rails, and we need to re-evaluate our strategy. In a negative context, the team's performance has gone off the rails, and we're not meeting our goals. In a humorous context, my diet was going so well, but then I went off the rails and had 3 slices of cake. In a literary context, the protagonist's life spiraled off the rails after the tragic loss of their loved one. In a business setting, we need to get this new initiative back on track before it goes completely off the rails. On social media, my plans for the weekend went completely off the rails, but I still had a great time. To help you remember the meaning of off the rails, try picturing a train that has literally gone off the tracks. This visual image can serve as a helpful memory aid. The idiom off the rails has an interesting history. It likely originated in the 19th century, when train travel was becoming more common. A train going off the rails was a serious and dangerous situation, reflecting the importance of keeping a train on its intended course. This idiom also reflects the cultural value of order and control, as going off the rails suggests a loss of structure and direction. Interestingly, the usage of off the rails has evolved over time, and it's now often used in a more lighthearted or humorous context to describe any situation that has gone awry. Here are some related idioms and phrases to off the rails. Off the beaten path, straying from the usual or expected route. Off the wall, unconventional, bizarre, or unpredictable. Off the grid, disconnected from mainstream society or technology. These idioms all share the idea of moving away from the norm or intended course. Let's try using off the rails in a sentence. My vacation plans went completely off the rails when my flight was cancelled. Now, let's rephrase that without using the idiom. My vacation plans were disrupted when my flight was cancelled. I recently witnessed a great example of using off the rails in a real-life situation. My colleague was giving an important presentation, but then her slides started malfunctioning, and the whole thing went off the rails. However, she remained calm and quickly adapted, getting the presentation back on track and impressing everyone with her professionalism. Here are some common mistakes to avoid when using the idiom off the rails. Misunderstanding the meaning. Some people think off the rails means being physically on a train track, like my friend Alex. Inappropriate context, using off the rails to describe a situation that is not actually out of control or has strayed from its intended course. Let's test your understanding of the idiom off the rails with a quick quiz. 1. What does the idiom off the rails mean? A. physically on a train track. B. Completely out of control or off course. C. Disconnected from technology. Correct answer, B. 2. Which of these is a synonym for off the rails? A. Off the beaten path. B. Off the wall. C. Off the grid. Correct answer, A. 3. Which of these is an antonym for off the rails? A. On track. B. Derailed. C. Disrupted. Correct answer, A. In summary, the idiom off the rails refers to a situation that has gone out of control or has strayed from its intended course. Understanding and using this idiom correctly can really enhance your English communication skills. Now it's your turn. Share in the comments a time when you felt your day or plans went off the rails. And try using the idiom in a sentence. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful idiom lessons. Get ready to master the idiom off the rails and take your English to the next level. Remember, the key to improving your English is consistent practice. So, let's get started. Share your off-the-rails experiences in the comments below. I hope this lesson has helped you better understand the idiom off the rails and how to use it effectively in your everyday conversations. Keep learning, and don't be afraid to get a little off the rails sometimes.